Okay, there you go. Hi. Well, it was like, if I later I might have time. Both. I don't know if I'm going to use these or not. We'll give people a second to join us. Well, I guess they kind of do look cool, huh? The whole outfit is really sick. You guys gotta see it. So there's the tank top. Yeah, I'll back it up. Ready? We're going on a trip. Whee! Ta-da! Actually, the whole thing is really, really sick, but... And my hair's still a little bit wet. That's okay. Okay. What's up? Sorry, I just wanted to make sure that I had it all sorted out. What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it, whether you're popping in after or during or whichever it may be. I appreciate you. This is going to hurt my head way too long, so it's not going to work. Yeah, I just had this topic in my mind yesterday, and I was kind of like thinking over it about, you know, millennials, things like that. So I kind of want to talk about that. And I also want to talk about just a few other things that has been going on in the world lately. So if that's cool with you, please do hit the like. It is on subscriber only mode this time for like the first time ever. And you only have to be subscribed for a minute. But it's just to safeguard my channel against, you know, things that just shouldn't even need explaining. Like, very simple. You know, it's YouTube. What do you want me to say? You know, we're not on. I mean, I am on Rumble, but not at this moment. We're not. You okay? So, yeah, just be considerate, because I know people don't realize it, but even comments that people leave, you know, they can get the creator in trouble, and it's like, wow, that's kind of weird. That, you know, it's not even something the creator does or whatever, ever do. Sorry, just yeah, so that's it on that. How you doing? I'm doing well. I went with the king yesterday on a field trip. That was fun. It was like, of course, I chaperone every single time that there's an opportunity. I'm like, yes, I want in. And then when I get ready to go, I'm like, why do I offer every time? But it's because I want to be there with those, you know, for that experience. And I cherish that time together. So, like I said, hope you're all doing well. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, I would just, like I said, I want to talk about this whole millennial thing, other news stories that are going on. I guess there's supposed to be a verdict in the West trial, I hear, but I haven't seen it, y'all. I haven't seen it, and trust me, I've been watching. So if you heard it or if you see it, please let me know. Oh my gosh, because I'm ready for the verdict. Outfit of the day is very steampunk, very, I don't know, I guess it's kind of like goth, I don't know. Gamer, that's what I think it is. I go gamer. If you didn't know, I'm on TikTok at modmaggieart, and Facebook, DameVonBonDaisy, on Insta, DameVonBonDaisy, or damevonbondaisyart. You can check my art out there. No pressure. Just check it out. You never have to feel like pressure or anything like that, so don't worry about that. I do have a second channel that used to be damedaisyplays, but now it's MaggieMayhem. I know it's a little confusing. I apologize for that, but it should be fixed by now. By now, it should be. Let me know if you guys are paying attention to any of the recent cases and everything, because I know Lori Vallow just got guilty, and that made me very, very happy. I feel like justice is finally being done in those areas. Hi guys. Aw, please hit the like. It's free. Thank you so much for being here. Frank's amazing. Like I said, I do apologize again that I had to put it on subscriber only mode. It's only for a moment. I never do that, but it's just to make sure, you know, because some people they don't understand that certain things they could say can hurt the creator, right? Like our channel, not my feelings. Wish I had those, right? Just kidding. Okay, so that's all my information about my second channel. I am your like midday kick to the stomach, so I hope you're well. I am your energetic friend and ball of energy. I am the modern, no, I can't say that. I am a Tesla fangirl, and I wish, like seriously, if I was born back then, I would have just followed him around like a little puppy, and I would never simp for nobody. except for the Tesla, okay? The real Tesla, not a freaking car. Because now when I say Tesla, everybody thinks the dang Teslas. It's like, nah. I'm not talking about the car. So good to see you guys, and I appreciate all of you giving me a chance. So the purpose of this stream is to examine the lives of a millennial. And out of all the generations, I think the millennial have dealt with a unique set of circumstances. I mean, thank you so much. Aw, Cal. Always take care of yourselves and your families first, but thank you so much for donating. That means so much. Please, you know that taking care of you makes me happy, very, very happy. And I always ask you, please do all the free stuff. Frank, the NPC show. That's our boy. It's our boy. He's so sweet. Okay. Yeah. And you guys are amazing. Seriously, thank you. Millennials, we grew up with like growing technology. It was advancing rather rapidly. And we had no choice but to adapt or be left behind. And that was that. It was like you get used to it or you hit the ground and you just get swept underneath and boop, pop, pop, you're done, gone. So we had to adapt essentially. And listen, I'm not saying that we had it the worst off or boo-hoo, my generation is like the hardest generation. I don't believe that by any means. I believe that we all go through our unique experiences, and each generation has their own trials and quarrels and problems. And seriously, Finley, we're not even 10 minutes in. He's trying to steal the show again. My biggest hater. I tell you guys, for those of you who are new, Finley is my cat, and he can be a big hater. Oh my gosh. I'm going to let him in, though, because we do low-key love Finley. We just have to not engage in his toxic behaviors. I'm just kidding. I will let him in, though. And for those of you who missed the outfit of the day, it's, come on, are you serious? He's laying there. He's just laying there. It's kind of like cyberpunk. Here he comes. Don't attack me, though, okay? Okay, Finny. Can we please call it even? He's never having catnip again. I swear, every time. It's like he gets vicious, he passes out, and then he feels really bad about what he did. And I feel bad. I don't want him to feel that way. Okay, moving along. Yeah, so believe it or not, I am a millennial. Like, I think I barely make it because I'm 34. Technically, in human years, right? I'm actually an android. I don't have an age, but if I did, it would be 34. So, yeah, I just think that I don't, by any means, like I say, I don't think we had it the worst by any means. Please don't take my words out of context. That's not at all what I'm saying. I'm just saying that millennials had a tough time. They get a bad rap, and there's a few things to it. So, and again, I think the millennials did create the Karen, right? Did the Karen come from the millennials, or is it from the generation above us? I don't know. I'm not sure. But I do think that millennials, they do have it tough in their own way. They do get a bad rap. And I'm curious, what is it? What is it that causes these things, right? For those of you who may not know, I went to school for art therapy. That includes psych and soc. I by no means am like some official or, you know, don't take my word on these things. Always do your own research. But I do have a very, very big interest in the human mind and why people behave the way they do. And I really do try my best to understand. So I do think that there's like, we're seeing this. Are you serious? Everybody is trying to interrupt my show. You guys are so rude. Driving trucks by, the cat's just meowing. No one has respect. No respect these days. Okay, so we get the look at mental health, laziness, as well as entitlement. Like, I think that a lot of millennials are perceived as entitled. I don't know. That, you know, that's not my view of it. I don't think any kind of way about anybody. It's not my place to judge nobody. But I feel like that's like maybe society's view of a millennial. Please do hit the like though. It's free and it means a lot. Finley. Shh. Please. Finley. Do you want to join her? You're just gonna be so noisy ever. Yeah, so I just think it's curious, and I think that each generation does deal with their own. Ow! I said please don't attack me. We were on a truce. I'm gonna very lovingly grab my cat for a moment and show you guys. And that sounded really way worse than I thought. Come here. Come here, Finny. I'm not having him play these games. He will literally try and jump on me head. Please, please just come sit. He's got a tune some days, I swear. Alright, we'll just go on for a moment. So like our grandparents before us, just as our children will after us, we have our own unique circumstances. We go through our own unique times. And side note, having, look at him go, just not caring at all. Having ADHD myself, I kind of wish that I was born in like the 40s or 50s, because I feel like that's when, I don't know, times appear more simple to me then, because they didn't have the chaos of social media or technology or, oh my goodness, someone said this on Facebook. Can you believe grandma's posting these pics on Facebook? Or anything, like MySpace, anything. No, they had not even a clue of that. And how nice must that have been? I do agree with that. I do agree that our education system in the U.S. has gone very south. And that's unfortunate, because there's no excuse for that. There is no excuse for that. And I think about that. I wonder, why are we so poorly educated? Why are we so poorly fed? Why are we so poorly, like, taken care of altogether, right? There's a reason for that. And obviously it's a bad reason, right? Obviously it's a very maniacal thing to do. Like, why wouldn't you want your public and your community, your society, your people to be healthy, to be happy, to be aware, to be smart, to be wise, to be caring for one another? It is so wild out there. All these cases recently of these women. First of all, you guys know I've said it before, for those of you who have been here before, your family is not trash, okay? Like, they might be trash, but they're not actual trash, okay? And there are people out there throwing away people, okay? Like they're trash. And it's like, no, person does not go in dump truck. No, person does not go in garbage. No. Like, none of this is a no-no. That's all a big bad. Like, no, no good. Oh, holy crap, Finley. Are you okay? Well, let's have a moment. We're going to take a moment to breathe. I think he just smacked his head a little, poor thing. Yeah, I just feel like maybe times were more simple then in the 40s and 50s, because you didn't have the chaos of all this stuff. But then again, think of how exciting it must have felt to see the first color TV. Like, oh my gosh. Or the first real radio. That, I get so excited about that stuff, because it's like, holy cow. I get excited about, like, the PS5, right? Like, I had to have it. Had to have it. Why? I got 10 other devices that play all the same games, but I had to have it. And I'm definitely one of the ones that's like, why is technology, you know, it is advancing, you know, so quickly. You okay? Okay. Sorry, he's just having a moment, I think. And yeah, Elon will be like, listen, technology, we gotta slow it down. But then again, he's like championing it. So I'm not trying to be like a hypocrite, but as much as I do enjoy technology, I'm like, hey, listen, it could get out of hand real quick. All right. Yeah, so I was born at the tail end of the 80s. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm a nerd and I love access to technology. I think it's such an amazing thing. But our group had more than, you know, more than it needed to distract us, more than it needed to keep us busy. And to the point where, do you know our military, sorry, I have cat hair on my nose now. Our military is openly having an esports team. Our military is openly saying, we need gamers. Like, they were already doing this, but now they're doing it out in the open, and they're like, we need gamers. We know you're skilled. Like, this is going to hone your skills. It does work on certain things, like working in groups, da-da-da. Like, I'm not going to go into all that, but how crazy is that, right? How wild is that? And I do game. Like, again, don't get me wrong. I'm a nerd. But I don't get it. I don't get why you wouldn't want a more healthy society, a more healthy group of people. And here's another thing. Just as certain substances, if you will, was pushed in the 80s to, you know, certain places, the same thing would happen, pardon my stutter, with the millennials. And they would have to then fight off dragons, if you feel me. You know? Millennials are like, oh, snap, what is this? And doctors are like, it's fine, it's fine. It's not addictive. And millennials are like, I'm in pain then. And they're like, of course you are. And then their freaking books were like, and now half of our freaking country is like, oh no, I've got to, and I'm very, and I'm gonna, and why is that? Right? Because it was pushed. So, and this happened before, and it really makes me mad because I'm gonna talk about the dang mice again. Ready? Here we go. I just need like a sign. Here we go. John B. Calhoun's Mouse Utopia experiment. We're gonna talk about it again. It showed us what would happen in instances of overpopulation or isolation, and what happened. Women were abandoning their youth for men. For a man. A woman has left their youth for a man. Like these things happen, right? Okay, that's not the only thing. They also predicted the rise of alpha males, right? And we have strong men and we have soft men. Okay, I don't look at it as like alpha, beta, da da da. I think that's all very like hilarious because other people find it like really offensive. But listen, in John B. Calhoun's Mouse Utopia experiments, okay, it predicted exactly what's going on in society. So how can they say it's not related? How can they say correlation is not causation? Like, obviously, duh. Like, but come on now. Everything that was shown in that experiment has come to pass, right? We had these males, known as the beautiful ones, in said experiment, who could have whatever lady they pleased, be able to go and lay in any domain they pleased, because there was like little, they had like little bungalows for certain, like the pretty ones, the good mice, the one that would fight for the bungalow. And then, so the males, the beautiful ones, would go lay in whatever bungalow they want. Mothers are abandoning the pups, just doing whatever, right? And adults in general were just abandoning the pups. And it's like, what is going on? And also, it predicted this whole super male thing. I don't know if you guys heard about that. Supermen, y'all. Supermen. It's Friday. Yay. Hi, thank you so much for being here. Aw, I apologize for not being like fully dolled up, but I did try, okay? I just find all of it so curious how it plays out in society today, and we're all supposed to be like, oh no, it doesn't, like, don't see a thing. Doesn't look similar at all. It's like these two pictures have like very minute differences, and you're like trying to figure out which one is the different picture. It's the same damn picture, okay? It's the same dang picture. There's only like two little things that are different. It is very deep frustration in my soul sometimes. So let's move on with the millennials. Being born at the tail end of the 80s. Boop, boop. So I guess millennials are born from 82 to 94. If you didn't know, now you know. Thus, that's why I make the cut. Whoop, whoop. Because I was born at the end of the 80s. Which I was like, I guess I'm still considered a 90s child because I didn't grow up in the 80s. I grew up in the 90s, but like, whatever. Don't get me wrong, again. I'm a nerd. I'm fine with all this, but I still could have seen living life back in the day. And okay, so when it comes to things like pushing things like they did before, right? Let's get back to that. And then pushing things they did again when millennials were coming up. Like, think about that. They knowingly poisoned their society. Like, or, you know, allegedly, come here, allegedly, fairy, we need you. Sprinkle some dust on this bit. Because I'm about to say some But seriously, though, right? Like, why? Why are you actively going against and hurting your society? Why do you feed us crap? Why do you, like, give us fake medicine for medicine for medicine? Like, this is no bueno. This is no good. They knew the outcome. There were so many things in our history that said, this is your future. And they were like, nah, never could be me. And now it's us. And we're like, oh, they were right. That's our future. And now we're, like, stuck in the mud. What do we do about this? Someone get some freaking cat litter. Ain't no cat litter to get us out of this mess. There just isn't. So, I don't know. I feel like people have a lot of preconceived notions about millennials as well, and about their plight, and that's why it's titled what it is. because people will be like, ah, the plight of the millennial, it's no big deal. But actually, it is kind of really sucky to be a millennial, believe it or not, because our grandparents and our parents, they had like decent jobs. The government was like solid around that time, right? They were all getting along. Red versus blue was all like cuddling up to one another, even in each other's offices, allegedly, allegedly. But listen, they were all fine with each other. The economy was fine. Things were bustling and booming. They had jobs. They had jobs. They were able to take care of a household, of a family, on a one-person salary. Whew. Now I have to work like 3 jobs, legit. Technically, 3 jobs, yes, to make a one-person salary. How crazy, right? And most homes need two income streams. You just do. These days, especially now, you should have at least 2 income streams. Even if one's passive, do it. Like, genuinely, I would say do it, because you never know. You just never know. Yeah, it is very curious. And I think that certain things definitely damage the millennials. Like some of the things that happened during millennials' youth, right? Like that whole, oh no, that one date that nobody can say, but we all know what it is. It's also a number you call in case you're in danger. You know what I mean? Just saying. That was rough, dude. Especially being in New York at the time, I was like, wow, this is craziness. So yeah, the thing is I feel like we've been doing our part to destigmatize things like mental health, right? Yeah, I agree with that. I know, exactly. Yes, correct. I agree. So I think we did our part in trying to destigmatize like mental health and struggles. I feel like we're one of the few generations to really like tackle these issues and say, listen, we got to deal with this. But we see the problem with that because we had little weirdos romanticizing this stuff. Little weirdos wishing mental illness on each other, wishing it on themselves. What is wrong with y'all? First of all, why would you wish a mental illness on yourself? What the hell? It's like being a victim is really what they strive for. What? That's clout these days, okay? That's clout. If you've been through them's clout. And that's sad. You don't want that. Just saying, you have the ability to be the hero in your story. Okay? You don't have to be the victim. You may have at one point been a victim, and you can recognize that, and you can handle that, and you can heal, and you can say, I dealt with that. Now I'm the hero, right? I just don't think it's right to romanticize mental illness, and that one really, really kind of upsets me because it's not pretty. It's not romantic. It's not fun. It's not cute. And yet, as we're growing up, we're told, oh, all the girls love the bad guys. Oh, all the guys love, the hoochie mamas or whatever it may be. Well, why are we told to go after this standard of person? Why are we encouraged to go after the bad guy? The bad guy, right? Ugh. The one that is always portrayed on sitcoms or movies as being a little off. Say it. You could say it. A little off means what? He's mentally unwell. Like 13 Reasons? Come on now. Did you see the number of things that happened after that alone? Come on. Hello. They should be aware of what they're doing, right? Why are you so... I can't... Why would you do that to me? Oh, I snorted now. Come on. Clip that. Clip that. All right. So I also, with all that whining being said, okay, let me keep whining because I'm millennial. So like and subscribe and let me go off. And also, we're told that it's only the good die young. Like, what mentality is this? Again, it goes along with bad food, bad education, bad, right? Only the good pass away young. Like, what are you talking about? And then catch a song, we're all gonna die young. Like, why are you consistently saying we gotta do this? We gotta go early. We're going out with the flame. It's gonna be a bang, boom, and we're gone. Like a lot of people grow up not knowing that they are actually being influenced by the music they listen to. And I'm not saying it's all the music. You guys know I don't feel that way at all. But when in combination with things that constantly encourage you to be, oh, I'm a sad bunny all my life. I am Eeyore all of my life. It's not a freaking quirky thing. It's not like a pick-me girl kind of thing. It's not like, oh, she's edgy. She's mentally unwell. It's like, no, please get help. It's not a personality trait, boo-boo. It's a problem. It's a problem. And imagine how you would feel if you weren't sitting in that cloud all the time being like, I have to be the sad. Listen, we all go through the motions and emotions. We're going to feel things. That's all right. But if you are chronically the sad, yes, exactly, get some help. There's a problem there. There's a problem there. And you shouldn't want to sit in there and wallow in your sadness and have people look at you and pity you and, oof, no, you don't want that, okay? And listen, I do feel the eye rolls of my elders as I speak about this. I feel it. I really do, okay? It sometimes feels as though each generation had their own formula to success. Other than the millennials, we were left out. They was like, nah, okay? Also, being born in a time where education was so much, it seemed as though to be harder. It seemed as though to be more expensive and less likely to graduate, right? Like, believe it or not, actually, millennials are said to be one of the most educated generations. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, but how many of them are actually using their degrees? 4? Oh, wow. 4 of them. Cool. Let's look at some paints while I keep yelling spastically. How about that? No pressure. We're just checking them out. It's festival season, so you know that I've been, like, working my tailbone off. Vinny's back. Hello, sweet terror of mine. Yeah, I just feel like there's all these different formulas to success, and we did not have the code. Everybody's like XXYAB, and they do their thing, and we never got a combo code. We never got none of that. Nah, nope. It's all been flying by the seat of our pants. And it's like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people waited on their parents or expected their parents, too much of their parents. Like there are so many entitled people that were like, my parents should put me through college. My parents should pay for my cars. What? Are you serious? I started work at 13. Like, yeah, I said at 13, okay? And I don't think that was a bad thing. And I don't think that was, like, it was a positive time. It was a positive use of my time, and I was getting paid for it. Like, I don't know. I just feel like maybe kids should be allowed to work when they're a little bit younger, when they have that energy, but only obviously a certain amount of hours, a certain amount of days a week. I thought it was really good for me. Maybe that's just me, right? I'm not for child labor. Calm down, right? Like, I'm not okay with McDonald's doing what they did. But I'm just saying, I started working at a really young age, and I learned that you would do for yourself, right? Like, if you don't expect your parents to put you through college, you don't expect them to just get you a car like that. I think a lot of people's minds were warped by those stupid Sweet 16 shows, or like those stupid birthday party shows where they're like, oh my god, she's only 14 and she just got a double Hummer with a jacuzzi in the back and a pole. Ew. MTV for y'all. MTV. Oh my god. You think I'm kidding? That's a legit episode, likely. Allegedly. So, yeah, I just don't think that we should expect that. People shouldn't expect to just be in a thing for things. They should want to work for it. They should want to work for their items. And I don't believe that people should I don't believe that people should slave their life away. I feel like a lot of people do just work, and then what is the result? They end up passing away with no money to their name and hardly a life that was lived. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to live that life. What do you guys think? I know you don't want to live that life. So, yeah, it's just curious. I find it really curious. And, a lot of this didn't even become as popular until, like, I would say more so until, like, Gen Z and stuff. Because then they started getting, like, cell phones. I didn't get a phone until I was, like, 18. And that's because I was traveling across the country to Cali. Like, I would not have gotten a phone otherwise. I would have not. Not until I was like probably 20 something. Legit. I was 18. And it was only because I was going to California, like I said. And now they just want iPhones and all these things. And the word, you know, certain words are thrown around more than ever, like narcissism, da da da. Well, why do you think that is? Because these terrible social media platforms that know what they're doing. And also, I just feel blessed to be able to eat and work when I have to and take time off when needed. Like, I feel very fortunate for that. To be able to do this. I'm so lucky. Like, that's not how everybody's living, you know? And I do feel very blessed for that. So many millennials do have work ethic, right? They do. But we really don't expect the world on a platter. But it does set me off a bit. This is when I get upset. When I see young adults and their work environment. Okay, again, listen. I was 13 working at like a farm place, okay? Working with the animals, working with children, da 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 da, okay? And now we see like children working, making millions, eating parfaits. Do you know what a parfait is? Okay, that's yogurt with granola and all kinds of stuff on there. That's a parfait. Like, they get those. They get breakfast. Could you imagine eating anything somewhat healthy at work ever? No. You cram a granola bar in your mouth real quick, and then you get to work. Like, there was no time to have fancy foods or a nap or mental health checkups or people that, like, no. If you hurt yourself, you walk it off. You get up, you walk it off. You get back to your station. You work. You having a bad day. Oh, you a little sad. Too bad. Go work. You got the big sad don't care. You have a job. You have to adult. Like, there comes a point in our lives where we must adult, right? But now I really do see these jobs where young adults, they have no idea what hard work truly is. What we witnessed with our grandparents and our parents. Actual work. Hard work. But now people, they just want to do whatever it is, like literally working for Google, and there's literally adult playgrounds. Like, why? It's weird to me. There's slides and stuff like, oh my god, what are you, 12? Like, what is happening? Just curious. And I see, you know, my nieces and nephews with such amazing opportunities, and I get excited about that. And I get excited thinking about the king and what kind of job he'll have, and, you know, how amazing and cushy his life will be because of that type of work. Right? I know. I wish, honestly, that sometimes you think almost, I wish I could unsee it. And I don't. I really don't. But at times I do. I really do. Sometimes I really wish I never woke up at all, because it's like, would it be better to be lost in this matrix? No, it wouldn't, because the world, you're going to, hopefully, if you're spiritually aware enough, like, you're going to figure it out. You're going to figure out that we've been lied to, we've been bamboozled, the game has been hacked, okay? The simulation is broken, we're being messed with, and we can't, there's no cheat codes for us. We just play the game. We have to take the long route whenever, you know, there's cheat codes being used and all kinds of madness. Okay, so let me sum it up a bit. We watched our grandparents and our parents work hard. They put time and money in being able to sustain a family household. A family household. Amen. Right. Amen. And I'm so grateful for the times with my family where we were all around the table eating dinner together. And we went outside together as a family. My mother, all the little children, all of her kids, she would take us on walks down the canal bank. Like, we would go a couple miles and we would come all the way back. And it was so good for us, and it was so refreshing. And just to be together as a family. And fortunately, I'm very blessed that my parents have been and always have been together, like, since forever. And maybe I'll tell you their story one day because it's super cute. And I'm so fortunate. I'm so blessed for that. And I'm so blessed that my grandparents were the same way, and that they had genuine love for one another, and that they knew the assignment and they tackled it. And they did it graciously. Like, 8 kids. Imagine 8 kids. First of all, I had one. And I was like, holy crap, that is traumatizing. Like, how do people do that 8 times? Well, back then, they needed more kids to help out. But now, we don't need that as much. So people aren't having as many. And trust me, I was like, not about to. Unless I knew it was going to be a family unit thing. And life just does not always work out that way, okay? And that's alright. So, let me go finish where I was at, because I don't want to miss a couple things. I definitely skipped over a part. Darn it. Yeah, so our young adults, they're getting so used to being pampered and getting paid for it. And again, don't get me wrong, I think about the kids coming up and I think that must be great, right? That's awesome for them. But if you were sick, like, again, you would work. If you were sad, you work. There's no way around that. So again, let me sum it up. That hard work, I just can't fathom. Oh my gosh. At this point, again, I'm so grateful for growing up when I did, and being able to safely travel as a single female and explore the US, like, by myself and know I'm okay. Like, that was a really big deal. I'm so blessed to to have done that. I think about that and I think that must have been so hard for my mom. That must have been so scary for her to see her baby girl, who is like just the sweetest thing, right? Like, I'm not trying to hurt nobody. I'm not trying to do nothing wrong. And I was able to like really go to Cali a few times, Long Beach. I was always told it was like dirty. And then my ex got a job at Square Enix and he kind of like got really big in the company and I was like, oh, we're breaking up. He's like, this is okay. That's fine. But yeah, so hi Frank, so good to see you. Thank you for the raid, by the way. Yeah, I'm very fortunate to have been able to do those things. But now it's like I'm not the kind of person that's like, don't live your life, don't go out. But I take more caution when I go out. That's all I'm gonna say. Is my head is on a swivel now. When before I just like walked through life and not even thinking twice. Didn't even second check, right? It's curious. And we didn't have to lock our doors either. That was a really nice thing. I grew up in a town where your doors were definitely unlocked at night. You didn't think about people coming in and bothering you, right? But now it's kind of like it doesn't really matter where you are. You probably should do it anyways. I was able to explore, and I did do school, and I do believe that struggles make us stronger. And that doesn't mean that I want people to struggle. That doesn't mean that I want people to go through horrible things in their life. It just means that if it does happen in your path, that you grow from that and you learn from that. I would never wish that upon anybody. I don't want anyone to ever have to do that. Oh, you're so sweet. Aw, that's my G. My homie. Dude, if I like listen, I'm not for FB, but like my last post on Facebook is so funny. Because every time I like snag my shirt or something, I know it's God telling me, slow your roll, like just slow down. And earlier, I almost tripped on my face, like over something simple, and I thought, man, God really does have a sense of humor. He's humbling me right now, and he must think it's so funny. Like, I really think that. And I laugh about it too, because I'm like, dang, that would be funny. Watching me trip over something stupid, like, come on. Aw, you're so sweet. Thank you. Aw, I'm just very blessed to have, an awesome mother and father. And, like, my parents were awesome. Please do hit the like. It's free. I so appreciate your time, you guys, because I know your time is precious. And you have no idea. Like, it really does make my little heart want to explode. Yeah. I bet you guys enjoyed growing up when you did, too. Like, going outside is amazing. Getting outdoors, that's amazing. I wish more people were for that. And when the Internet of Things came around, people didn't really think we were all getting a computer. Like, I don't know about you guys. I didn't think we were getting a computer in our home. I thought it was like you had to go to the library and you use computer at library. And that was that, right? But, yeah, exactly. Air quality. What is that? What is that? And different clouds. I mentioned that too. Like, there used to be 4 different types of clouds. Now there's like 12. Since when? Since when? How did that happen? How? I want to get sponsored by Be Red Sodas. Yeah, it's a mess. It is a mess. Sorry, I had to take a sip. It's not Dr. Pepper, but it should be. It's Dr. Papa. It's too early for those kind of jokes. Calm down. Yeah, agree. Why would you want your society? Why do you want your public to be weak? Why? Weak, lazy. We did run right into idiocracy, and they took that ball and they ran with it. They were like, idiocracy, watch this, hold my beer. We're going straight to, it's going further than that. This is definitely some Black Mirror idiocracy, like Zoolander kind of life right now. That's what I feel like. So, because of what I've went through, and because of how I grew up, I value privacy as well. You know, like I think, man, you really don't have to tell everybody everything. You really don't have to share every thought, right? Like you don't. You don't. Like prior to belief, like you really don't. You don't. There are things that you can keep private, but nobody understands that anymore. Nobody wants privacy anymore. And it's like, that's so dangerous. What you're doing is dangerous. You know, just be careful. So because of this, I'm more careful now, especially with what I post, what part of my life I choose to post. And many seem frustrated by, you know, different lifestyles for different generations. But we should always create, promote, and want a better life for those who are coming after us. No matter what. Even if we're like, oh, boo-hoo, millennials had it hard. Suck it up, buttercup. Doesn't matter. It's whatever it takes for the next generation, whatever it takes for these kids. It would be the millennials, and I forget the name of the generation above us, darn it. Generation X? Is it X or Y? I have no idea. Wait, it is X. Gen X? Gen Xers, yes, it is you. It is you, Gen Xers. Listen, I got a place in my heart for the Gen Xers because they want to live, love, laugh their way through life, and I am for it. I'm for it. I love those tacky little drawings. Go in my bathroom right now, and it right above my mirror it says, "Why be anyone when you can be you?" And I wake up every day like, yeah. Why? Why be anyone when I could be me, right? Because there's no other me out there, and I'm all for that. I just think it's so funny. So, yeah, and I know that Gen X and Gen Y, they want that for their next generations behind them. I believe that in many ways, millennials drew the short straw, whether we applied ourselves or whether we didn't. The view of the generation seems the same. Yes, our fashion was odd, and the amount of products, again, with those cheesy lines like live, love, laugh, or LOL, or YOLO, you know? Oh, Lord. It was enough to make one gag. But millennials face unique challenges and circumstances. They are often considered the unluckiest generation. And that's on God. You know why? Because of the situation with our government. Like, dead A, I'm so tired of sugarcoating it. Gosh darn it. I hate being, like, not being able to feel like I can say everything. But you know where I can? On Rumble. So check me out there at Daisydame, you know, where I can talk. Yes, I appreciate Gen X for your music. I really do. And I also appreciate your way of dating and courting. I appreciate that. Like, I would like that much more than this whole Tinder hookup sleazy, ewy, no. Like, ew, no. It's just not for me. And for those who it is for, that's fine. But I knew in my heart, I'm not finding somebody through a freaking flip book menu on a freaking app. No, that's weird. It's weird to me. I would much rather somebody be like, I like you. I would like to take you for coffee or an art museum. Would you like to do something fanciful? And I would be like, yes, please. And then we would spend like 3 months just doing random fanciful things. And then they would be like, okay, I like you even more so. How do you feel about this? And I would be like, okay, right? Like, I like that whole concept better than just being like, we're gonna cuddle. It's like, no, whoa, wait, whoa. I like the space in my bed. There's no room in my bed. The king is somewhere over there. The cat is down by my feet. There's no room, okay? There's a pile of stuffed animals over there. No room, no room. And every time, you guys, I swear, every time I meditate and I think, God, please open my heart to this love even more. Open my heart to love. It's like, no, stop it. Worry about yourself. Work on you. And I'm like, okay, fine. I get it. I hear you, God. Okay. But let me not go off on a tangent before we're done. Right? And I love ZZ Top. I love Tom Petty. Do you know how many times I've seen Tom Petty? More than any little gal should. More. For real. I love him. I love Tom Petty so much. And I knew right before he passed away, I got to see him one more time. And I knew it. I felt it in my heart. If I don't see him soon, this is going to be it. And the man passed away at a very young age. So it was like really shocking. But I just felt it. I was like, and I got to see ZZ Top. And there was a couple others that I saw. Oh, I got to meet Cheech and Chong. See them and such too. They were great. Willie Nelson, Rusted Root. Oh my God, Rusted Root. Do you know how many times I met them? Like 10 times. And the drummer is a music therapist. Like, I'm an art therapist. I was like, you're amazing. Cool people. So cool. Love it. Love it. I also love punk rock a lot too. Like the Weezer and the Real Big Fish and Dropkick Murphys and things like that. And Queens of the Stone Age. I know that I would surprise some people. I also love Johnny Cash though. And the Gorillaz. I have a weird taste in music, I guess. It's kind of... No, I think it's a good taste. So I think that millennials certainly have dealt with some of the worst economic odds. They are over-dependent. They are dealing with affliction and addiction. And the addiction to technology. Oh my gosh, you guys. That's funny. The only celeb that I do get people being like, hey, you look like this person is T-Sweezel. Or what's that other chick from American Horror Story? Emma Roberts? Is it her? It's Emma, I think it is Emma Roberts. I don't know. I get those two. Or Christina Applegate. That's another one I get. I really love her. I think that's amazing. Okay. I think those are definitely the biggest issues affecting millennials. They do tend to struggle when it comes to their desires and what goals are actually obtainable. So that's another thing. Me going off being like fanciful, whimsical, do. And it's like, yeah, you really gotta put your feet on the ground, get your head out of the clouds, like be more realistic about your desires, right? I think that is a big thing with millennials. They were told, you can do all you can do. You're gonna get a participation trophy. Like it didn't matter anymore whether you were actually good at something. It just mattered if you were like there. And then it didn't matter whether you were there or good at something. It had to be something completely other. And we're not going to get into that. But it's curious, right? It used to matter that you were good at your job. It used to matter that you had training or knowledge in said area. But now it was like, nah, you could get a whatever job, plumber job, not knowing a lick a boot about it, right? That does happen. So again, why does our government want this for us? And if I didn't know any better, it really does feel like some terrible relationship. It's like we're overworked and underpaid. The food is crap. The air is crap. The care system is crap. Why is our care system crap, by the way? Why is our healthcare system crap? How is Justin frickin' Trudeau over there wearing mini skirts and all kinds of hats and all kinds of things, right? Go ahead. You go, Justin. You're our neighbor. I see you, boo-boo, okay? Like, go off, though. Mr. I'm a friend of the world. Like, you know it. In his heart, that's how he feels. A friend of the world. How is Canada doing healthcare better than us? You know? Ooh, that just chops me buns. There's no way for that. There's no way for that. That should not be happening. So, mental health. We have made progress, but there needs to be more. So, we did see a lot more diagnoses later in life. Oh, yeah. Say hello to one another. You guys are so amazing. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for giving this little Irish gal a chance, because it really does mean a lot. You guys have no idea. Okay? So, I just don't get it. Why? And also, don't you think that they were, like, purposely attempting to destroy our mental health? Like, could be just an observation, but things got real dark for a minute there. And then Billie Eilish came out and she was all like, bury a friend. And we were all like, oh my God. And then she was like, all the good girls go to hell. And we were like, oh my God, Billie, why are you so dark inside? And she was like, black coming out of my eyes. And we were like, what the is going on? And then Grimes is like, I'm dating Elon and we made an alien. And I'm like, are we going to Mars or not? Where are we? How did we get here? And why? Like, I really don't like the idea of wallowing in, like, sadness. Feel you're sad. Let it out, okay? And don't get me wrong, guys. Calm down. I like some of Billie Eilish's songs. I just think that, you know, certain things push certain things and it only makes it worse for certain people. And we don't want that. So I think while trying to destigmatize this, some saw it as an opportunity in many ways to that it's more ideal to suffer, that it's more ideal because you would get certain benefits from that, right? Oh, I'm a victim in this way or that way. I am, for example, a straight white Irish woman, okay? Oh, I've got all these terrible things about me. Oh my goodness. So, but what benefits can I get for that? Right? Because I am victim, so what can I get for this, right? How many tokens do I get? But that's the problem, though, is that where there was struggle, there was more opportunities given. Like, what the hell? Right? Oh, so weird. Social media had a large impact on people's mental health and wellness. That's facts. There's nothing that can change that. It's just the truth. So, yeah, they're trying to treat the mental health while also making it worse and giving benefits to those who are unwell, right? And I mean, of course, you got to care for them, but come on now, you know what I'm trying to say. And for those of you who don't know, hi, I'm Daisy. Like I said, I went to school for art therapy, and right now I teach art classes to those with special needs, and I also do all types of content creation. And I have a few loved ones in my life with superpowers, and I myself have the ADHD. So don't ever for a second think I'm being like, oh, da da da, this poor person, this da da da. No, okay. We all struggle in our own way. We all got our own thing, okay? I don't think another thing about it. That's that. Like, just like I don't judge people, I don't think twice about these things, okay? My student is my prodigy. He's one of the most amazing artists I've ever seen. Listen, before my gallery was taken by this big, bad, fat cat rich man, right? Remember I had a gallery at one point? What a jerk. This dude buys it, raises the rent 3 times the price, whatever. Listen, we had a show for my student, and he sold every piece. Every single piece. I bawled my freaking eyes out. I was like, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Oh my goodness. And he draws these artworks from their memory. It's amazing. Was the first, if you ain't first, you're last. Exactly. Exactly. And I'm willing to live by that Ricky Bobby life. I will live that Ricky Bobby life, okay? Because if you ain't first, you last. That's just the truth. There's no lie in there. So I feel like it may feel at times that the coming generation has it easier than millennials. But the truth is, they will have their own issues and their own things that they have to navigate themselves that will make it hard on them, right? I do find that we are living in curious times, and whether we like it or not, we can use certain experiments to show why and how we got to where we got to, because we were told, move to cities. Cities will make you happy. It has everything you need. Life will be great. Wow, what happened? People started going crazy in the cities. Huh. Because overpopulation plus isolation equals, big old bag of boomsticks, pretty much. But they knew that, right? And that's what really drives me nuts. Is this was from the 50s. This is from like the 40s. Yes, the art project today is, I should have been doodling a little bit, but I'm sorry about that. This one is really cute though. But this is going to be like water lilies with the moon. Very pretty. Please do support like local artists. And do be careful, guys. I'm going to tell you straight up. Be careful what channels you support. Like the NPC show, Frank. Oh, genuine, totally amazing, absolutely worthy of support. But there are some channels out there that will deceive you. They are big fakers. The big fake, right? And they will deceive you. And you will think that they're so good. Oh my gosh, they really believe this stuff that they're saying. Well, they don't. They don't. And they're just saying it because it makes them money. And it's sad. Because there's so much potential, so much. It's frustrating for me. Because a lot of channels that get big and like really succeed in certain places, it's because they're just ridiculous. We're just checking out a few more paintings. And then I'm about to let you guys get going about your day because it's Friday and I never want to keep you for too long. I hope that you have enjoyed my discussion about the plight of the millennial, because I really do believe that there is a unique set of circumstances for the different generations. And you guys know I'm always here just trying to unite everybody. I do believe that the world is not as divided as it's made out to be. I do believe that we are more united than people know. And when we can talk about things openly and honestly, then we can only, you know, it's only up from here. And we have to be able to call out these things that are happening, or else they will keep happening. You have to break the pattern, right? Let me show you real quick the pants I've been wearing. These are so cute, you guys. Okay, so these are for sale too. I actually just got done with a little line of a few pairs of jeans. These are actual like denim jeans from the 80s. They're Wranglers. And they're amazing. And I was like, I'm painting these. And I do believe that they are men's, obviously, but they're 32 by 32. Is that right? Is that a proper size? 32 by 32. That's the size of my paintings. That makes sense. So yeah, when I sell these, I sell it like unisex, male or female, whatever. You can wear it. Look at those pockets, y'all. Ooh, Lordy. Right? But just imagine though, growing up and like you can just Google anything, you know, like the answers are at your fingertips. It's crazy to me. Look at how cool that looks. Oh my goodness. So this is all with like fabric paint, things like that. And for those of you who are just joining me, I really do hope that you'll subscribe. I hope that you will do all the things that are free and that you've enjoyed hanging out with me, because I always enjoy hanging out with you. And you always do make my heart so whole. And yeah, let me think of what else was supposed to go on. We're supposed to hear about the result of the Jacqueline and is it the West case with the boys. We're supposed to hear the verdict of that. I'm just getting it all mixed up because there's Letitia and then there's Lori and then there's Jacqueline and there's all these terrible people. Ugh. And what was the other one? No, I don't even know her name. Leilani, that one? Ugh. Y'all, from the bottom of my heart, if you have a family, if you have little ones, just hug them tight. Let them know they are loved and that they are not trash. Humans are not trash, okay? They're just not. It's just not. No, just tell your loved ones you love them. Finny's still literally out there, bro. Really, Finny? You just waited for the door to shut. His little paw went under the door. Fine, you can say goodbye real quick, but then we have to end the stream because the king is going to be home. Come on. Don't you dare be yelling like poor me. And then not even come in to say goodbye. With your attitude today, mister. I'll tell you. Say bye, everybody. And thank you, Cal, again for donating. It's so appreciated. You guys know, always take care of yourselves and families first. Look at this loaf, dude. What a little loaf. I still love you very much. Oh, yeah, he said love you, little ones. Meow. Subscribe before you go. Hit that like. And I'll see you again soon, okay? And I know, so cute. So nice to meet